Welcome to My Grandpa's Train. This is a video of the first train show that I went to in 2024 in Madison, Wisconsin, the Mad City Train Show. This is the arena we drove by. It wasn't actually in the arena, it was in the expo hall next door. Is it just me, or is $8 for parking seem kind of expensive? Well, maybe it's going to go to fixing their parking lot, or maybe not. Anyway, we're heading inside. And the first thing we looked at was this American Flyer layout by the Badgerland S-Gaugers. This was my first time going to a train show in a long time, and it was actually a bit overwhelming, especially for the size of this place. I actually forgot to look at the other side of this layout. This layout is loaded with all kinds of goodies. I also really like what they did with this American Flyer old-time car. They turned it into a hobo camp for the Milwaukee Road. They seem to be running new Lionel American Flyer instead of the old stuff today. Lionel Berkshire and coaches, as well as a modern Lionel freight train. This layout has been loaded down with all kinds of cool action figures and famous people that are modeled, like Ghostbusters and things. So the show announcer was talking about getting door prizes. My dad signed up for a door prize and he won a door prize. And I didn't sign up for a door prize because I never win them. I guess I missed out. Here's an HO scale excursion train for the Great Northern. I really enjoy seeing these old-time Lionel layouts, even though I don't model it myself. It's very action-packed with lots of high-speed 027 trains cruising around, lots of animated features on the inside, and a smiling yellow water tower. Here's another layout of the same. This one has a diesel switcher running around on the outside. And I did see plenty of vendors. I didn't take much for video or pictures. There was a lot of American Flyer. Whoa, slow down there. Okay, that's better. There was a lot of American Flyer, but I didn't really get any today. Here's another layout with a yellow smiley face water tower. This is pretty unusual. It's a water fountain in plastic. That's all the video that I got from the train show. Let's take a look and see what I came home with. All right, I'm back from the train show. And let's take a look and see what I ended up with. Most of what I was hunting for was for my vintage trains, or parts to fix my other trains. So let's take a look. This was the first thing I got, and I almost regret getting it, but kind of not. This is an old tin-sided boxcar with the wood frame and the wood floor. And, oh boy, I wish I could transmit smells over YouTube. This thing has got some musty smells to it. Kind of looks like there might be even a little bit of mold growing on the inside of that. Well, either I'll get that one cleaned up and usable, or I'm going to strip it for parts. Because that thing kind of stinks. I didn't notice it when I got it, but then when I was walking around the show, the smell of that musty freight car kept following me around. I did find more vintage cars. None of them are quite like that one. This one is completely wood, and it kind of looks like this one's been stained, actually, instead of painted. So I'm thinking I might keep that one as is. This is an old outside frame boxcar. I got this one at the same place I got the wood boxcar. Of course, these are both wood. This one's a Swift line. Vintage, all kit made wood boxcar. This one's even got KD couplers on it. This was the first item I picked up, which was actually before that boxcar, but it wasn't the first thing I bought because it had this sticker on it. And I'd say that's about the right price for the type of caboose this is. It's almost see-through plastic. That's how cheap this one is. Let's see. Got some coupons for a train ride. And I got lots of KD coupler packs. I always look for these when they're priced at like $2 or $3 a pack instead of the full. I think full price is like $6 or $7 a pack, something like that. So I ended up with a lot of KD couplers. I think I'm stocked up for now. Also found these at a booth. These cost me $4.25. Brand new motors though, that will be quite useful. I found this at a vendor. Actually, I've bought stuff from this guy before. He's pretty nice. This is an Athearn locomotive chassis with trucks and appears to have a motor wrapped underneath this old paper tape as well. It appears to be complete. So I figured I could use that to fix up another project. And then at another vendor, I found an Athearn shell that someone painted by hand into the Chicago and Northwestern rail line. So for a total of $6, I'll have a working Athearn locomotive once I get it put together. One of the vendors had a bin chock full of these trucks and wheel sets. So I bought a whole bunch of them, and I tried to look for the ones that had a brass color to them, like these. These appear to be maybe cast bronze. And I'll use those for my old-time train, which is the same age as this. This one needs a whole lot of things besides wheels. Another set of those. Also wound up with this. Appears to be a completely cast hopper car with a old school coal load in it. It's all metal. I can use it for my antique style train. This is a Tyco locomotive, and it's missing that piece, but I happen to have a parts locomotive that has that piece. So I can replace this front truck and do a restoration on that, and we'll get another Tyco back on the rails. All right, this locomotive, if you've been watching my channel, you might notice that I actually already restored one of these locomotives, but the one I had was mechanically in rough shape, but cosmetically in great shape. Well, this one happens to have its spring coil drive belt on it, and the spring coil belt is the proper way that this thing will operate. Unfortunately, because this is painted over Delrin plastic, paint doesn't stick to that, and you can see that paint is coming off. So I'm going to be combining the two, and I'll have a very nice, unusual Lindbergh style locomotive. This was not quite the most expensive thing on the trip, but it should have been. Challenger smoke fluid. So this I got at Little Steamers, and this was $7. Smoke fluid is expensive for 2 ounces. But now I have smoke fluid because my locomotives are running dry and don't really want to run those smokers dry. They might burn up. Okay, I'm going to move a few things and we'll look at the last thing. Okay, the last thing I bought at the show was this set of 3 HO gauge stainless steel passenger cars. Take a look at the description on the front of this. By the way, I did not pay that price. They gave me a good deal. Stainless steel streamlined passenger cars. These are not aluminum or stainless steel. These are one-piece magnesium alloy. So check out my check out my magnesium passenger cars. Well, they're going to take a lot of work to get in good shape. These corrode worse than aluminum, and I'm not sure what it's going to take to polish this magnesium. I have evaporust. That might take some of the corrosion off. But all 3 of these look like that. We have a combination car and 2 coaches. So I'm looking forward to expanding my mismatched metal passenger train. That leaves the only question for these. Do I polish them and clear coat them, or do I polish them and paint them? Either way, these have to be coated, otherwise they will turn into this again. Okay, that concludes the haul portion of the video of the Madison 2024 train show. Thanks for watching My Grandpa's Train, and be sure to subscribe for more content coming soon.